Okay, I'm going to show you what I just did for my Jeep. 2008 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon Unlimited. I run 37-inch tires. These are 37 by 12s. And I just created a onboard air system using my Warn power plant winch. This winch is not only a winch, but it's also a air compressor. So has an air chuck there on the side, which I have air plugged into. It then goes to a main manifold. This line coming in is my air going in. This chuck is just for my current pressure on the system. So I'm currently at 32 pounds where I turned it off just a minute ago. And this is if I want to let air out. So this is an air up, air down system. So this is my main air chuck that goes to the entire Jeep. So underneath the bumper, turn the light on here, I have air lines, 3/8 inch air line that runs to air chucks, two in the front, right here in the front of, just put them in at the frame. So there's the front tire and its air chuck. And then I have one on the other side as well. So each tire has its own air line. The air is then ran right here. Let's see if I can supply light and do this with one hand. This line right here is my air. So it goes from the frame to the back down the passenger side, tucked up underneath the frame rail. Follows that all the way under. And there you can see it again right there. Comes up, down into another T. This T has air going to two air chucks here in the back. So right off the bumper I have an air line for the rear tire and another air line for the secondary, for the other tire. So the reason I did this was kind of twofold. One, I'm getting old, and it's nice to not have to be bent down, either airing tires down at each tire or airing them up at each tire and holding on to a air valve. What I was using before was this guy, which worked great. Press to inflate, let go, and it tells you the pressure. And I had two pigtail air lines that ran from my winch, and I could reach all four tires. I just had to do them each individually. It started to get cold, and I want the option to sit in my Jeep while my tires are airing up if I want to. Another reason is at some point I plan on getting some air tools in case I need to do trail repairs. And now I have an air chuck at every single corner. So the winch power, the Warn power plant winch does have a little air tank on it, and it will run air tools. So now I have an air chuck at every corner of my Jeep. So I can access anywhere on the Jeep with air from an air. So what I'm gonna carry in my air kit, I'm still gonna take that pigtail hose. That way I can supply a buddy with air if they need it to air up. And I'll still bring this tire inflator to go on that to help air them up. I've got buddies that don't have the air down stuff sometimes, so I'm gonna take the air down thing just for now. It'll probably end up being a piece that I don't carry forever and end up selling on Facebook or Craigslist. My manifold, digital tire pressure, my air down side, and my air up side that goes with and to the Warn power plant compressor. My four air lines to my tires. I built this before I bought this hand fly, but this is some Teflon tape, a couple valve stems, some inner valve cores, and some caps. Just carry those in case something happens on the trail. Hopefully I don't need it, but I might. I do have one of those Duracell lights. I think those are kind of cool. Handy to have extra light if you need it. And this is just a tire repair kit that I bought off Amazon. Plugs, razor blade to cut them, a couple other tools. It's nice to have this just in case you ever have to repair something. I did have a blowout on my razor on the trail, and it took like 6 or 7 plugs. It was a sidewall blow, and I was still able to get that fixed on the trail. So those are the things that I'm going to carry. I love these bags. This one just sits open in the back of my Jeep. Has everything in it that I need, and it's right where I want it.